Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today is March 12th, 2021. And today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the Dow Jones continue to push higher after reaching record highs. Now, there are no major economic events scheduled for today, but as we're looking at the markets, we're watching the rotation happen again. Now, starting out with the currencies, the dollar gaining mildly versus the major pairs, while in the indices, we're watching the Dow Jones trading on its highs, while the NASDAQ is following. Now, looking at commodities, gold tapering off after a nice bounce, while oil forging higher and continuing to bounce higher. Now, looking at the stocks, we're watching that rotation happen again. Bank stocks, which were the ones that took us to new record highs, tapering off, while Facebook now is breaking out. Okay, so we're watching that rotation. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin teasing us on resistance. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to first start with the Euro USD at 4-hour chart, and we're going to jump into the GBP also. You could see that nice little rotation right here happen. We had this nice bounce on the euro getting stronger versus the US dollar, and now it's actually breaking out. Now, this was resistance-ish area. Okay, this right here, 1950-ish area, if we look at a daily chart, that was presumably resistance-ish area, but we broke it about 50 pips. And the question is whether or not it's going to really honor this. And this was a dead cat bounce, and then this is going to trade even lower. Now, looking at the GBP USD also, we hit a little bit as a snag here, a 139.87-ish level. Okay, so something to consider looking at the Forex symbols today. Now, looking at the commodities, gold, we had a nice bounce yesterday from 1680 up to 1730-ish level, which was a really nice level. And then now it's tapering off and looking like it's getting weaker as well. So something to consider today. It may test the 1680 once again since we broke the 1700 with ease. Now, looking at oil, we did have a nice bounce yesterday back above $65 a barrel, as this was a nice little rally. Now, we are on that 30-day moving average. Perhaps we'll actually honor this, but all intents and purposes, it's really trading on the, trading sideways for now, as this is tapered off from its massive rally. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, look at this. We're trading right now 32,500-ish level after hitting 580. Okay, now in the past week, we've gone up more than 1,000 points. Okay, retracing all the way down to 31,280, and then just exploding. Okay, now this is exploding mostly because of the stimulus being passed, and hopefully that this will be a good direction for the markets as the markets absorbs this money. Now, looking at the individual stocks, JP Morgan, a little bit of a sell-off yesterday, not hitting that dead highs, kind of selling into the day, selling into the end of the day, which is showing some weakness. Alcoa also selling into the end of the day, even though we've had a massive rally here since October. Okay, we've gone from 18-ish level to $32 a share. So that's a massive rally. Now, looking at the tech stocks, okay, that's also a mixed bag. If we looked at Apple, pretty much unchanged. But if we look at Facebook, look at that. A nice little perk up yesterday above that 271. All intents and purposes, this is still trading in a range. I mean, look at this, okay? It's been between 275 and 250, okay, for all intents and purposes for the past 6 months. Okay, so that's a long time to be trading in a range, but that's still what is the case. Okay, however, looking at Microsoft also bouncing, but again, I'd like to see this break out. Okay, we'd like to trade the trend, not sideways trading. I mean, you could make money in both markets, but ultimately it's when the market are expanding and the markets are trending higher that's showing a healthy market environment. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, now this is really teasing us. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. This is really teasing us with our highs of 57,487 after hitting this massive rally, okay, over the last couple of days. Now, it's hitting the snag, okay? Does that mean that we're going to sell off here? Not necessarily, okay, because we are sticking around, okay, if you'd like to call it that. Okay, we are consolidating in this area. Okay, so when there's a lot of activity in the upper side of it, it has potential to even take it out higher. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you.